Neredesin küçük kız? Seni bulamıyorum. Neredesin?
Jesus Christ, it's a scary woman! Run!
This is a true horrifying story, part 76. This story took place in Dubai very recently. There's a group of young Emirati guys that contributed money to rent a villa in a community in Dubai. They pretty much wanted to co-rent a house so they can spend time together on the weekends. So they rented this villa. They were playing games, partying, doing wrong things, bringing girls over, you know, stuff like that. On a normal weekend, one of these guys, named Ahmed, started talking to a local girl recently. After a couple of tries, he finally convinces her to come over. Before she arrived, he tells his friends not to come upstairs as he would be in one of the bedrooms with this girl. When she arrived, he immediately takes her upstairs and locks the bedroom door. In 30 minutes exactly, all the guys downstairs hear drastic screaming coming from upstairs. They see Ahmed running down the stairs, completely naked with no clothes on, scared for his life. They ask him, "What is going on?" He stutters in fear, saying, "Get out of this house, all of you." They thought he was playing some sort of prank until they see the girl run down the stairs, also with no clothes on. She was screaming with a man's voice, telling Ahmed to come back. It wasn't her normal voice. It sounded raspy and very manly. They all run outside, and one of Ahmed's friends takes his pants off and gives it to Ahmed so he can cover up. They start running and knocking on neighbors' doors in panic because calling the police will not help the situation. Maybe because there was something inside the house they didn't want the police to see. There was an Emirati neighbor nearby that allowed them to stay in his home until they figured out a solution. As they explained the story to this neighbor, Ahmed sneaks outside and sees this girl completely dressed up in her clothes, conscious and not knowing what is going on. He yells at her from a distance, saying, "Stay away from me. Don't come any closer. I want nothing to do with you." She cries in pain, not knowing what she did. She asks him, "Why are you standing far from me?" He told her to leave. She cries and begs him to drop her home because she didn't even know where she was. This was a ashiq jinn that possessed this girl, and this jinn did not allow another man to do the dirty with her. If someone wanted to be a hero while these things were happening, something very bad could have happened and lives could have been taken.
The dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh god! Fuck! Hey guys, so someone commented in one of my videos, like the bronzer highlighter I use, and I use the Milani 05 Soleil. So I'm gonna try it on, and
are scary games to play in real life, part 2. This game is called Concentrate, and it's an extremely disturbing game that tells the players how they're going to die. To start the game, the person playing sits down on the ground with their eyes closed, and someone then sits behind them. Then the person behind will start lightly tapping on the player's back while saying, "Concentrate, concentrate, people are dying, children are crying, concentrate, concentrate." Now tap on their head and say, "You just got hit with a hammer." Then poke both sides of their body and say, "You just got stabbed." Now grab their neck and swing them back and forth and say, "You just got hung." Finally, whisper in their ear saying, "You're standing on the edge of a building. You're feeling dizzy and suddenly somebody pushes you." Now tell the person to open their eyes and ask them what color did they see when their eyes were closed. And whatever color they saw will reveal how they will die. Red means you're going to get stabbed, blue means you are going to drown, yellow means you would die by poison, orange means you would die by fire, green means you would die from a great height, purple is suffocation, brown is buried alive, gray is dying from a disease in the hospital, white means you would die from old age and go to heaven, and black means you would die of old age and go to hell.
This man could very well have died there. What just happened is that underneath his floor was a hidden medieval well. Over the years, the floor had weakened and suddenly gave way. And this kind of accident happens far more often than one might think, even in France. Generally, these wells are sealed and forgotten over time. However, they still remain beneath the floors. In the United States, a man fell over 10 meters through his floor. Once again, there was a well dating back to the 1800s. He remained trapped at the bottom of the well in freezing water for half an hour. The problem was that the man had no knowledge of the well's existence. When the house was built in the 1800s, the well was located outside. But in 1980, the owners at that time decided to expand by building over the well. They didn't reinforce anything and simply laid the floor over the hole. Although this experience must have been traumatizing for him, we can say he was lucky. Personally, I prefer apartments for this reason, and also because I've seen too many horror movies. How about you? Do you live in an old house or an apartment? Let me know in the comments.
Scary facts you didn't know. There are at least 10 recorded cases of someone dying from laughter. At some point in time, a stranger has thought of killing you. Selfies are responsible for more deaths every year than sharks. There's a shack called the Devil's Toy Box in Louisiana, and people who go in there supposedly lose their minds. When a person dies, they have 7 minutes of brain activity left in which they see a dreamlike sequence of their memories. Most serial killers are born in November.
Don't ever try this. To summon a guardian angel who will grant your deepest wishes, first draw this symbol on your hand. Now draw a line and a loop around your wrist like handcuffs. Now make your hand into a fist and dip it in a bowl of water. Now take out your hand and place it over your eyes. Now move your hand and open your eyes, and your guardian angel will appear before you to grant you any wish. But be careful, as some can't handle what they see when they open their eyes. Are you brave enough to try this? Then heart this video and follow my account. Don't ever try this. To do this curse, you first have to write down the name of your crush or someone you love on a piece of paper. Now pour some water into a bowl. Now gently place the piece of paper into the bowl with the name facing up. With your hands over the bowl of water, chant, "Come to me, only my heart can see thee," 3 times. Come to me, for only my heart can see thee. This part is very important. With your eyes closed, place your hands into the bowl of water and lift up the paper. Now open your eyes and say your crush's name out loud. Tom. When you look at the paper, if the name is still visible, your crush will immediately start paying attention to you. However, if the name is not visible on the paper, your crush will forever hate you. Are you brave enough to try this? Then heart this video and follow my account.
A father takes his dog and his daughter out for a walk late at night, and, while recording them, captures something disturbing on camera. Mark Rosbach, the father who submitted the video, writes, "I was filming my daughter and dog playing, but then all of a sudden, my daughter sees something in between the buildings that were across from us. This is the footage that was caught." In the distance, there appears to be someone or something floating above ground. It goes without saying, but Mark was left terrified when he saw this. Now, it wasn't until rewatching the footage a few days later that he spotted the mysterious figure. Immediately after seeing it, he thought he had captured a TIK-TOK, which is a mythic ghost-like entity that is said to roam all over Greenland. Whatever it was, Mark had been left unsettled by it, as well as others who've seen the footage, as it looks like a corpse that's floating in midair. But of course, it could be something else. I'll let you come up with your own opinion, ghost or not. Feel free to let me know what you think.
If you ever see this chair for sale, do not buy it. The story behind this chair is absolutely horrific. So recently in Australia, these chairs have been popping up on Facebook Marketplace. For an average person looking at it, it seems to be a solidly built, finely polished chair. One chair costs $1,700 and two chairs is $3,200. And here's the description. You cannot buy these in the shops. They are made from top quality marine ply, hand finished, so no chair is exactly the same as any other. And I really do feel bad for people who bought these chairs not knowing the history of them. Well, it turns out these chairs were made in prison by one of the most psychopathic murderers to ever haunt Australia. The killer's name is William Patrick Mitchell, and in 1993 he committed a horrific family massacre with an axe. On that day, William went to target a woman who had rejected his advances. Her name was Karen Mackenzie, but when William got to Karen's home, he saw her 16-year-old son Daniel in the driveway, and he immediately murdered Daniel in the driveway with an axe. He then went inside the home, assaulted Karen, and murdered her with the axe as well, before he went to the bedroom of her 7- and 5-year-old daughters, Amara and Katrina. William then assaulted the 7-year-old Amara and then killed both of those girls in their beds with the axe as well. Now, this crime is notorious because the Australian authorities have not released the full details of what happened. The authorities themselves claim that the true details are too grisly, too graphic, that the public can't handle them. I've never heard of something like this, but that is truly shocking and, yes, disturbing. So obviously it's a little disturbing that prison guards are selling these chairs handmade by a family axe murderer on Facebook Marketplace and pocketing extreme loads of cash off of them. Now, I read a news report that came out recently about how family members of the victims are extremely upset that prison guards are making money off of these chairs made by their family member's killer. And yeah, I just couldn't imagine having already purchased one of these chairs and then reading a news article like this, because what the seller didn't include on this Facebook Marketplace listing is that the chair was handcrafted by an axe murderer.
Please let me in. Huh? Please help me.
What? What's wrong with you?
It is for me.
And what?
It took my daughter.
Parker?
Please let me inside.
Parker!
Alright, my daughter's room is up there, and we keep seeing some... Alright, put your flashlight up. Alright, flash it up there. Oh, now it's gone. Put your flashlight down. Let's see if it'll do it again. Alright, put it up, hurry. Oh.
It appears that each time the light isn't on the window, the blinds move on their own. But if you look closely, you'll see that no fingers can be seen opening the blinds, let alone a figure.
Videos that can never be explained. A police body cam captures lady vanishing out of nowhere.
Hey, how's it going?
I was speeding, wasn't I?
Yeah, and you completely blew past that stop sign in front of me.
I'm so sorry. I literally didn't even see it.
No
This
worries.
is my first time being pulled over.
Alright, can I see your driver's license registration, please?
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Here's my license, but this is my mom's car, so
Where are you headed to where you're speeding and missing stop signs?
I was just headed to a friend's house. It's like literally right there. It's
Okay.
a birthday party.
Got it.
Not mine, but
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
no, of course not.
Alright. Sit tight, sir. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is
Where did she go?
Sarah? What the heck? Sarah? 3201 to dispatch.
This video has been published on the dark web with the title, "The Dark Web is the Only Truth." In this video, we see a man celebrating his birthday, but nothing scary. But in the description, it says that this man would be 171 years old, and that he would have undergone several experiments to get to this point. What do you think?
Be careful. If you come across this group of people, run away as far as possible, really. I'll explain everything in the video. But before that, don't forget that I can only protect my subscribers who have commented on the video, shared it, and added it to favorites. The people you see here are not Serbian ladies but Serbian men, and they have plans to conquer the world with their ever-growing numbers. It's terrifying to know that they are already more than 10,000 in the world, gathering to turn this world into a dystopia. What's funny in this story is that their leader is a woman named Marcy, and she is also the leader of a malevolent group called Legion of the Dark Veil. So, a piece of advice: if you see her or her group, run away as far as possible towards a group of people or into a very well-lit place.